I believe Marilyn is a fantastic nurse because she cares, is available, and believes that her role is to help others achieve, if that were a student or another colleague, or for a patient to be comfortable, or for just to be a friend and to always be there. And so her characteristics and her ability is to show that caring at whatever level it is. And I think that comes out in nurses, and that's why people like to have nurses and remember certain nurses, and Marilyn's one. Marilyn is an extraordinary role model because she brings to nursing and healthcare all the dimensions. Her own research, her contribution for students, and her teaching and education, but also for practice, and then not only for the practicing nursing, but for the patients as well. She was one of the first people to study symptoms and the expression that patients had with symptoms, especially in cancer patients, and identify ways to help them. So that's how she really identified things to do, and it was nurses that she brought to their care to make a difference. Then she decided to help them help themselves by her self-care and her pro-self that she had. So she created documents long before it was acceptable for us to be worrying about self-care for patients, and created information for them. She was one of the first individuals to identify symptom clusters, which now has really taken off, and she was one of the early people to include family caregivers in the care of the patient, and now that is becoming very commonplace to do that. So she was really a pioneer in developing some of the things that have now come to be standard and really impacting our care. I have always labeled her as one of the top 5 nurse researchers I've known, is that she's always available to help. She would help students, she would answer a question, she would review a grant, she would review a paper. So my encounters with her were always that her willingness to be there, and I think that captures her personality, and again, a sort of silent characteristic of how she's contributed, being available to help others and move forward. Awards are important, but Marilyn would be someone who would think that she was not deserving of the award, but she is deserving because of the impact that she has on the profession. And as I said, from my view, she's one of the top 5 nurse researchers I have ever known, and for that alone, she would need an award, I think.